Good day. My name is Bruce Thoma, and I've been asked to respond to a couple questions. This is a short video to include two questions. The first being, what kind of leader am I? And I think I've been a leader for a long time in many different capacities. Starting with the Boy Scouts, then when I went to college, I was in ROTC. I ran the ROTC drill team, which won its first large trophy for performance under me. And my cat wants to keep me company. After that, I went into the U.S. Air Force, which I led flights of fighters. I led groups to deployments like Top Gun. I was a flight instructor, and I was a flight instructor for both military and civilian. Then I worked for NASA for a while, and I led a team of engineers on a shift work for NASA under Rockwell International as the main contractor. And I had hands on the shuttle. Also worked in the launch room. If you've watched any of the early launches of the shuttle, and they'd show the scene of the launch room with the launch director in front, checking with every system. Systems I worked on were the orbital maneuvering engines and the reaction control jets. And you would give them the A-OK if your system was ready to go for launch. It took a while to get that first one off, but the other four went fairly smoothly. And then after that, I went to United Airlines, where I was a command pilot on international and domestic flights. You had a lot of responsibilities, a lot of classes you went to, but basically you were in command of an airplane with up to 300 people on it in different countries all around the world. The second question was, what do you think are the most significant challenges and opportunities facing ECLA in the next 10 years? And I recently read a book called The Death of the Church, and it does describe that all the major denominations are losing congregations. Congregations are getting older. The demographics are changing. Young people just don't seem to be enticed to the main denominations. They seem to like to go to the young non-denominational churches that have all the lasers and videos and music and entertainment. So to answer the question about what could I do, what would I think would be good to do, would be reach out to the community more. Churches in the denominations become kind of cliquish frequently, and they don't reach out to the community as much as they should. And there's a lot of new communities being built. So I say we should make some kind of a orientation pamphlet for them to introduce them to the area and what's around there, along with a welcome to the area and an invitation to our church if they would like to attend. We could also support, and I actually am on the church council, and we do have a small soup kitchen operation that goes, and I would work in that. We're open 2 days a week, and I can pick my day. Going to school full time, it's hard to find time, so I could only do that occasionally. But that would be something for a church if I had the church. Support school sports. If you're supporting school sports, even in just faith and participation, you would bring the attention to a lot of young people about the church is there for you and the church is available for young people. Also, there is a local program around here called Next Door Digest, or it's for your next door neighbor, which is a Facebook operation that lets neighbors just communicate with each other for anything. If you needed help, or if you found a stray cat, or if you had some service that you offered, or had some question about the environment because you just moved into the neighborhood. And it covers, they're set up to cover just the local area where you are or where the church is. So we could use that too to reach out to people. I do volunteer at Waynesboro Hospital and at Johns Hopkins Hospital. And frequently at this point, I've been a patient there for a while. I get asked by the nurses and my doctor team to go speak to new patients that are anticipating some kind of infusions or surgical operations that they're a little questionable about or afraid of or something, and they ask Bruce to go speak to him if I would, because somehow I just seem to have, even though it wouldn't be apparent obvious on this video because I'm a little camera shy, but I have a knack for talking to people and comforting them. We spend a lot of time, and I don't force any church stuff down their throat. I talk to them all about my experiences, about how you can be a positive thought process, how you can use your family and many other things to get you through it, and that personally I believe that God is a big part of healing, and that prayer works. It obviously works for me, and it can work for you too. And it doesn't pressure anybody into any kind of church involvement or anything, but it opens up the door to talk about religion. Well, those are some of the things that I thought of when I saw those two questions. So I will close with this. Have a blessed day, and may God's peace be with you. Thank you.